tea. I'm here in the back. Okay. So we pull up to her grandma's house. Tell that dirty come outside. We want to fight. 5 aunties, 3 teenage cousins.
I ain't even finished listing. Baby Moo Moo, Shaq.
Where were all you? That was when she was calling one of us asking to borrow drawers. Oh, okay. Child, my hair is not dry, and that's like actually so frustrating because I need to do a braid out today. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video. Today I will be doing a story time. Y'all, I have a glow happening here, and let me know if y'all don't like it. It's a new lighting. I'll be doing something light today, and then I'll be telling y'all a story time about how I pulled up on the and then I had to run. I ain't even gonna lie, I ran. And I honestly forgot about this story time, and then I was listening to Keys' story time that he just posted. Go watch my sister's new story time. Don't play with me. I will be blow drying my hair real quickly, and then I'm gonna come back. Y'all, my hair ain't dry, and I just sat here blow drying it for mad long, and I got irritated. I was like, wow. Okay, so I had just started this new school, and when I had started this new school, I had got jumped. Y'all, this year was really beating my ass. As a whole, the year was f***ing me up. Bruh, I had got jumped. I had gotten another fight. My mama ain't with me, and I was stressed as f***. I was just like, bruh, I'm finna go in this new school, and I'm finna make friends. Did I not really question if the was fake? No, I didn't, and that's my problem. Let's name the people in the story. I'm gonna name the girl in the story who I pulled up on. Ooh, that would be very mean.
I'm growing as a person. I could have been very devilish. I could be very mean. I could really have ate her up with that nickname. And I'm not even gonna tell y'all the nickname, but I spared you. So use for spared.
We're gonna name her Dirty Draws because she got exposed for having dirty draws. No, we're gonna name her Dirty. Yeah, let's name her Dirty. D for Dirty. All right, so we're gonna name her D for Dirty. I had fought her sister, and I did a story time about fighting her sister on this channel. It's called Getting in a Fight After Getting Jumped. In the story time, go watch it. I basically just fought her sister because her sister wanted to fight me. D and my friend was supposed to fight, and then her sister had got mad because I had told my friend L, like, you know, if you fight her, girl, make sure you block your nails a certain way because I could tell she ain't know how to fight.
So let me clear it up because I feel like that was a little bit confusing. D, who I pulled up on, I already fought her sister. And the reason I fought her sister was because L, I forgot to like name her, like low-key, I just came up with a nickname. L is the friend who is basically like my bestie. Yeah, she was supposed to fight D, but then they never fought. I ended up fighting D's sister. Now it's D's turn. Damn, Rykky, I got around the family tree.
Everybody basically made up. After I beat up her sister, everybody kind of went back cool. Even her sister was my friend. Her sister was in my face all the time. Her and her sister stayed falling out because her sister parents was dating, but they didn't have no biological parents of the similar anything. Bro, they would like date the same boys. Them would beef every 5 seconds. We just really became friends. Me, L, and D, really, D for Dirty, really became very close. I always had this thing though where like I could never really get into D, but I did because I was friends with L, if that makes sense. It's not even that I don't like them, it's just that their energy just gives me this type of vibe that I just don't want to be around. But I just did not have a specific reason, but I could just tell by how she handled all her other situations. Take these people's personality as what it is. Like,
I'm a skirt. If you see someone constantly, every time they get in an argument with their friends, exposing their friends, talking about their friends, they never could end a situation with their friends like in a good manner. I'm not saying like, you know, you gotta let that like create the person in your head, but like don't think they won't do it to you. It don't matter how much they're saying, oh, you're so close to me, like, oh my god. But no, girl, those people were once close with you too. Sorry.
L was very close with D, and then I was very close with L. So like we would just end up being all together anyway because it just would like make sense. So the way that we all lived is like, just think of a triangle. Down the hill is where D lived, and then L lived on one of the side of the triangle, and then I live on the other side. It really don't matter. You could tell like her living situation was just really not the vibe. Not to start her business, but bitch, f you. I never wanted to go to her house because I just knew it was like dirty. I just knew that when I walked in there, it would be exactly like I expected it to be. It would be something that I did not want to be around. You knew if you stepped foot in there, oh yeah, a roach is finna run across your foot.
And what happened when I went over there?
I went over there, she talking about some, oh, you want something to drink? I'm good. I don't want nothing to drink, girl. I'm good. Go in the kitchen, none of the dishes is washed. Yeah.
And I ain't even a judgmental person because I have roaches. Let me clear it up. I ain't had roaches since I moved out in an apartment building. But they wasn't even comfortable living. Why are your roaches in the corner playing patty cake? You making them too comfortable.
Go clean up.
Only thing about her house though, I'm not gonna lie, it had mad snacks. That's that EBT swag.
No, but wait, like, why did the bitches who had EBT always have mad snacks in the house? Like, Where are my food stamps at? I want food stamps now. Like, you bitches is living a different type of luxury though. Like, I'm finna apply.
I don't know how this turn of events happened, but basically L and D went to the movies. Somewhere along there, she ended up being with the boy who was pushing up all up on me after I told them. And then L was with another person. So I kind of like watched that and I was just like, oh, okay. And then she even started dating the boy. Like, she even started dating the boy, which in the long run it backfired because he posted her dirty draws. I don't know, I just watched it different. And then also too, I wasn't invited. So like, to me, I was like, okay, like this is some sneaky on L and D's part. After then, I just was like, okay, I took it with a grain of salt. But see, the problem was that after they went to that movies though, it had got out about what happened at the movies. And I guess it was some shit that was not PG-13. They was getting and they was fucking it. So I was just like,
Ooh, jump scare.
I never really fucked with D after them because she's the one who told everybody what happened. But you gotta always watch the bitch who just tell everybody. If you have a friend who every single time something happened between y'all, it get out in the public, or every single time y'all going through something, everybody know, and you know it's not because you throwing no hints and you know it's because of them, like everybody know because they don't know how to shut the fuck up. You really need to like lock in and really think to yourself like,
Yeah, this bitch don't fuck with me. Like,
I'm starting to use my pitch down 2 voice as my like advocate in my head because I feel like that's what it sounds like for real. That's the Rykky in me. Not the Rykky, it's the Rykky.
and I feel like L was not noticing that shit at all in the beginning. I was never one of the girls who thought like, oh, someone's always looking for me, but best believe I ain't never sat in no room and been like, oh yeah, every bitch in here like me. Oh no, I'm gonna be on my P's and Q's. Your biggest downfall is thinking that is your friend. You will put your trust into a bitch and she will be sitting there dogging you. And that's exactly what D was doing. I just remember it was another situation where they had jumped this girl and like, I don't know, something about it just made me like ache. Like I got the ache from her so bad for that because again, I had been jumped earlier, like prior. And then on top of that, the girl still beat y'all up. Like, yeah, let's get to the part where I ended up wanting to fight the girl. I don't remember how it ended up getting into me wanting to fight her.
I'm gonna clear it up that I ended up remembering. I remember when I was telling the story already. So y'all have to like hear me tell the story and be like, oh wait, that happened.
But I remember after the fight when she jumped that girl, I don't remember us ever really being cool after then again. It was always something with L and her. L and her was supposed to be fighting and then they wouldn't. After then, it went downhill. Like, we was just constantly falling out. Like, I remember the reason why I ended up fighting the girl who I ended up fighting, I have no idea why me and her was fighting. Like, why me and D was like into it this day. But me and her was into it. And the girl who I fought when I told y'all my best fight, when she had started talking about how I always want to fight skinny girls, literally fought the biggest bitch in school. But anyway, I went to a school with all skinny bitches. Did not mean that I was gonna be the bitch who let y'all punk me. Like, y'all will never punk a bitch like me ever. I'll fight every single one of y'all. Line up, cause y'all ain't jumping. Which one of you want it? Bitch, you want it? It was this girl who I was subbing that day when I was talking mad. Bro, I probably could find the screenshots.
I was mad ghetto, like, oh my god. I basically lost my mind's only password. I don't know, I changed it for some reason and I just cannot remember it. So these are the only ones I have, but I remember like when I did that story time, I had all the screenshots, like from even the day I was subbing D directly. Like, these screenshots that y'all seeing is me just over time, like the ones that slipped through the cracks and didn't make it to the minds only, like when I grew up and it was tired of seeing it. It's low vibrational to even have these screenshots still, but that's what Snap do. It'd be like, remember the girl who was your ride or die that you wanted to beat up? Here she is.
I'm gonna include the screenshots. That was that day. Like, this is, yeah. Hey. I was subbing her. Like, I was wanting to fight her. I told her, like, bro, at this point, I didn't even care. Y'all actually see me do my edges and stuff. I lost my edges on this side, but y'all been using something called almond oil. It stink like shit, but I used it for the first time yesterday. I don't know why I'm acting like I've been using it. I had told her, like, I want to fight, bro. And at first, like, she would do this thing where she'd just be like, she wasn't fighting me. So I'd be like, okay, I don't like fighting who don't want to fight. You hit them one good time and tell them,
yeah, bitch, watch your mouth.
and then you gotta walk away like a real thug ass bitch. I used to just be on 10. So I just felt like as soon as the bitch tell me she want to fight, like, it mean you want to fight forever. You can't never back down. Yeah, we finna fight. I never really like let her live that shit down. She knew I wasn't letting her live it down though. After I had fought the girl because she once again had escaped the hands of me and the next bitch done called I was still out for this bitch. I don't know if she thought that just because I fought the other girl, like me and her was supposed to fight, but I'm not gonna lie, it did some of my ass down a little bit. Like, she got about a couple weeks off before she had me fucked up again. Oh, No. This is what made me fight. She told her business and she told mine. Oh my God, this is literally what did it. As y'all all may know, I have something called Trick. And I don't know if y'all all may know this, but I mentioned it. I mentioned it a couple times in my videos. Like I just mentioned here and there, like, you know, if you see like a part of my hair that's very shorter than the other, like it's because I have Trick. And when she met me is when I was at my worst. So remember I told y'all like we used to be close, so she would always tell me all her business about how her mom be on that booger sugar. And I would be like, oh my God, I would be all lenient towards her and shit. And then like I would feel like, you know, I could tell her a little bit of something about me. Like, let me tell her something. My God, I got some of my tea. I told this bitch my tea. I'm here in the back. Okay. I'm so glad I remember why me and her fell out. I'm so glad because I was finna just fast forward because I really was thinking the whole time I was like prepping for this video, like, why did you and her fall out? That was the part of the story that I could not remember. It's because that trauma like go to the back of your head for real. I was in my worst of Trick. This is when my hair was already short because I had to like mad big chops this year. So when I would like wear it out and stuff, like this one part of my hair, which was the middle, my hair was probably like that long in the middle of my head, maybe like that long, where like you could slick it down, but it'll stick up by the end of the day. So like it will always stick up and she'll be like, oh my God, your hair is like so short here. So she'll point it out and then I'll be like, yeah. And then she'd be like, oh, why? So I had told this stupid B. All right, y'all, because them lashes was pissing me off. But I need to hurry up and put this other one on because that glue is definitely child. Yeah, so one day I was in school and then I was talking to the boy who she was talking to. And remember, I didn't like him at this point because of everything that went down. And it was just very weird and uncomfortable for me. And he gonna be like, yo, let me see your bald spots. Let me see your bald spots. I was like, what are you talking about? I played this stupid. I ain't want to know I was walking around here patchy. After then, I had it set in my mind, I did not with that bitch. I did not like her. Like when we had that deep talk, we was friends, and then it's just like, okay, we not friends no more. But when you not friends with somebody no more, you don't never go tell their deepest, darkest secret. I knew I was finna fuck her up. Elle wanted to fuck her up. Even her sister wanted to fuck her up because it was rumors. The cousin or the boy that I wanted to date, she was like spreading rumors that they used to be and all this, that, and the third child. It was a mess. So I know I should have never fed into it, but I was a kid, so I had nothing but time. The day that we pulled up on her, this was like, I don't even remember why Elle and her was beefing. Me and Elle was mad close. So Elle texted me with the scoop. Elle was like, hey, do you want to pull up on this? It was literally like 7 in the morning, bro. Elle texted me 7 in the morning. My mom was home. And she was like, my mom said, her mom is a ghetto ass bitch too. Her mom was like, oh, she's still talking shit. We finna pull up on her and we finna beat her up. My light just went out. It need a little bit of charge, so it's a little dim in here. Not too much, it's a little dim on your side of town too. She was like, my mom said I could pull up on her and fight her, so my mom got to job me. To this day, I still don't know how it escalated from 8 a.m. in the morning to pulling up on and doing drive-bys. Like, I don't know how we got here, but I just was down. I'm like, yeah, bet, watch this. Oh yeah, we finna get this. She not even gonna expect it. But she texted somebody and got the girls low.
Slimy group of women that we're dealing with here, because when I really think about it, her sister dead gave the address. And I'm not even talking about the sister who I fought that isn't her biological sister. Like, her real sister from the same mama. Like, oh my God. Like, y'all gotta do better. Like, for real.
Remember, I told y'all she bounced from place to place like she was in a group home. So it really was like a fight to the battles to really find this location because she was always at someone else's house sleeping over like a bum. She was like, oh yeah, she's at her grandma's. But her grandma's lived really close to where I lived and where Elle lived, because like her mom's house was like in the triangle and then her grandma, let's just say, was out the perimeter pie. So she was like, put on your clothes and do you need like an excuse to get out the house? Because remember, my mom was home. My mom did not play that ghetto shit. My mom was not letting me out the crib to fight that. Like, and I think my mom actually had work that day because my mom used to have work like late in the afternoon. So my mom should have known I was a lying child. Because look at what I told her. So I go in the room to my mom and I'm like, yo mom. And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to go on a jog. A jog. Really? My mom was like, Rykky, I don't care. Leave me alone. Close my door back. I was like, okay, no problem. Elle's mom pulls up to my house. So I'm like, period. I'm ready. Because remember, I told you I've been trying to get my hands on this for a while. But every single time we were supposed to fight, she wouldn't come to school. So we pull up to her grandma's house. It's like a common. And I was like, all right, bet. We don't even tell her we coming either. We get there. She's like, I know her grandma's doorbell because I've been here before. I'm like, oh, you have? So then we get inside and she's like, actually, I forgot the grandma's doorbell. So we just start ringing all the fucking doorbells. We reading the names on the fucking doorbells trying to see like if one of them say dirty draws, but unfortunately they did not. So when we was ringing everybody's doorbell, some man came down and was like, who y'all looking for? And it was like, we looking for some, I'm over here describing her, some skinny ass, this ugly bird, Applejack, built ugly, stinking bitch. That's what we looking for. He like,
She on 3D.
oh, you know who I was talking about. This is why you're a gang for real. So I'm like, okay. And then from there, oh yeah, we was ringing that doorbell off the hook. Mind you, we at her grandma's house, so we're being very disrespectful.
I mean, I'm sorry, like, I could try to sit here and be like, I'm apologetic, but at that time in my life, I wasn't apologetic for shit I did. Everything I did caused for a reaction. F you, f your grandma, f your poppy, f your sister, fuck your dog, everything. Not no more though, like, I'm sorry, I apologize, Granny, but back then, girl, your granddaughter was finna get killed dealing with me.
We do not give a f. Like, we're being hood rats. And at this point, I don't care because your granddaughter done told everybody all my business. So tell her come outside, little bitch. We ain't gonna jump you. I was not gonna jump her neither. I wanted my fair share with her. I wanted my fair one with her, bro. The girl's mom stayed in the car. So, like, to me, your mama really don't give a f about you because my mom, she would have been there. My mom would have been like, oh, no, no, no. First of all, my mom wasn't bringing me to no fight. But then second off, my mom also, too, was not about to be staying in the car while her daughter gets out to fight someone at their grandma's house. Like, my mom would have definitely been front row seat, like, making sure ain't nothing was gonna happen. So her grandma answered the door and she's like, what the f y'all bringing my doorbell for? And as soon as she answered, we was like, tell that dirty come outside. We wanna fight. She gave us the address. Lying on that girl. She did not give us the address. We were like, she gave us the address. Tell her come outside. We wanna fight. She was like, who? Oh, she's not here. I was like, tell that scary stop lying. I know she here. She just posted on Snapchat in the dirty bedroom. She just supposed to talk about some granny with a heart. Fuck that bitch. Tell her come outside. Low key though, I could apologize to the granny. And that's why I feel like God gave me my karma, because when them came to my house and was talking my mama crazy, I wanted to kill them. I would never, ever, ever talk to nobody grandma like that. But like back then, like I definitely would do it. I wouldn't even give a f. I would not even say ma'am. Like I would just be like, bitch. I'm like, you old ass dry powder ass titties. Tell your dirty granddaughter downstairs. I'm finna fuck her up. I'm lying. I ain't said that. I said, excuse me, ma'am, can you send me downstairs, please? Because I want to fight her. And she was like, fight her for what? She started getting rowdy. So I'm like, you know, we yelling through the microphone or whatever. She's like, oh, if I send them down here, it ain't gonna be just her coming. Oh, I forgot. You run an orphanage, girl. I forgot all the cousins be staying at your house because their parents can't afford them. D in the background like, Grandma, no, I'm not going downstairs to fight nobody. Her grandma like, shut up, because you brought this shit to my house. And she was like, no, I didn't. She was like, yes, the you did. So you gonna go downstairs, you gonna fight these bitches. I'm like, damn, yeah, she gonna fight us, yeah, period. So she's like, and little girls, I'm telling you now, when she come downstairs, she not coming alone. I was like, okay, period. I'm like, I don't want her to come alone. Tell her come deep.
People one person, because honestly, I don't want to fight all these bitches.
I've been jumped this year and I'm still having that jumping trauma. Like it really does alter like something in your brain when you get jumped. When you get jumped, bruh, you literally have experienced life. You don't ever want to go through it again. So she's like, oh, and I just want y'all to know she's not coming along. She coming on her thing because you're not going to come to my house to respect me. Rightfully so. Her grandma's still her own. Her grandma's still her own more than the girl. Like the girl was being mad scary compared to the grandma. Like the grandma was ready, but that's because the grandma ain't come outside. So when the grandma was like, she's not coming alone, I was like, okay, period. As we talking, like we arguing through the microphone, first we only hear D. So D like, I'm not fighting you. You fat ass already wants to fight you, fat bitch. And you, L, that's why you're mad because your family don't love you. So then L here, because you know, it targeted her. She was like, ooh, triggered her. First of all, tonight. So what now? Fight me now. My life dying. No. She not coming outside. We like, just in case she not bluffing, let's like go somewhere else real quick. When we heard her grandma say like she not coming alone, I really believed her grandma. So I'm like low-key whispering to Elle, I'm like, when you come over here, how many people really be in the house? Like, you know, because remember they were supposed to be friends. No. So I'm like, when you come over here, how many people be in the house? I'm trying to know because I need to know how many I'm gonna be fighting. And she's like, I don't know, it'd be like a couple of sisters, a couple cousins, a nephew or two, the baby daddy. Let's not. So I'm like to her, we should not just be standing here waiting for them to come because like I said, I have been jumped. So my radar is going off. I'm like reading all the signs of like, well, we about to get jumped. And like the way the background was sounding, like it sounded either like she was watching General Hospital or if those was really family members. And if it was family members, I don't want no smoke, sorry. It wasn't that deep to get jumped over it. You know, like you really gotta choose your battle sometimes. This was one that I, fortunately for myself, was choosing. There was like a playground. She was like, okay, let's go behind this slide, and like you could still view the door from where we was, like where they would come out, so like we could see how many people come out, and then if only like her and let's say one more or two more people come out, we'll like run up on them.
Her mom's still in the car.
Like, so when we went behind the thing, her mom started honking the horn, and I'm like, if you don't shut up, you blowing our cover before they run out here and jump you. So as we sitting behind the slide, you would have what came out them doors. I'm talking 5 aunties, 3 teenage cousins,
I ain't even finished listing. Baby Moo Moo, Shaq.
Keep in mind, this is an apartment building. You can't have more than 3 bedrooms now. Where were all you bitches at when she needed a place to stay? That's what I want to know. Where was all you bitches at when this hoe needed a home? Y'all here now to fight with her, but was y'all here when she needed to rest her fucking eyes at night, when she was calling one of us asking to borrow drawers?
She ain't asked me. I was about 5 sizes too big, girl. You would have been wearing a diaper. Ask the next, which was L. Like, I really would have. Don't ask me that again. Did I just break my fucking Mac? Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Stay all day, they like, where they at? Where they at? Oh, shit. So me and Elle looking at each other like, we run to her mama car because her mama car was behind the slide. They probably seen us running. I'm not even gonna lie. There ain't no rules in fighting, so she would have jumped me. That would have been fair. We pulled up to her house, like, we was doing a lot. So I dead ass do not think that she was wrong. I'll give it to her. She won that round. I ran my back to the car, and when I got home, I played it cool, and I was just like, oh, she's scary, like she ain't come outside. I was still talking my big one. I was lying. So to this day, if y'all see me on Snapchat that day, I was capped. I ran. I was not getting jumped again. I was not going through that bullshit again. Even to this day, I still ain't fucked this. At least Elle caught her and fought her. Yeah, after then, we and her was like beef. It was like coming towards the end of the year, and I remember it was this one situation where my mom had came to my graduation because, you know, I was graduating, duh. Her family was there. After then, like, I left it alone. We had our graduation first, so you just graduate. That's it, and then you go back to school for a couple days until the last day of school. If you fight on your graduation day, you are the fucking problem. It was never that deep to catch that. You could have called her the day after. You gonna ruin your own celebration to catch it? Let me not even judge. It must have just been some deep ass beef. So I heard that when my mom was there, she was like talking mad about my mom, and she was like talking about how my mom was ugly and then how my mom was fat and this, that, and the third. Oh, bet.
Say no more, say no more, say no more.
After that graduation, and I had heard that she was over here talking about how my mom is fat, like her mom isn't the weight of a feather because she keep touching that. I felt some type of way, and I was like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to fight. She didn't come to school because I guess it had got out that I was gonna fight her prior to this situation. So she didn't come to school, and then I had called her phone because I had that number. And I just remember being on the end of the line like, I was like, bro, come to school, please come to school. I was begging her. I was like, please come to school. I was like, and I'm not exaggerating, y'all. Like, I sounded crazy, and I know I sounded crazy because literally the security guards came in the bathroom thinking that me and her was someone was fighting. I wanted to beat her up so bad. That girl put me through mad traumatic that I didn't even talk about in the video. So I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna catch you. I was like, I promise on my life, I'm gonna catch you, bro. I'm gonna you up, bro. I think she was just scared to fight me, y'all, because she knew I would beat her up. But like with Elle, it was kind of like a fair fight, if that makes sense, because Elle didn't know how to fight, and neither did she. I don't fight people who don't deserve to be fought. Like, you really had to do something to me for me to want to fight you in the first place, and I feel like she had did a lot to me and then tried to like cover it up. My friends was telling me let it go. I was like, all right, I'm gonna let it go, but not like, it was just, remember I told you, like, every time I would try to let it go, she would do something else. Like, I had let it go with the situation that happened with my with the trick. The last day of school, I had called her begging her to come. Like, I was like, please, please, please come. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna come fight. I'll fight you. She kept saying, because I was quick. Oh wow, oh wow, that was her coming into this video. D was like, damn, I either gotta fight Rykky or I gotta fight Elle, and her best option was Elle, and I think she did choose the right option. I'm not gonna lie, because yeah, after school we walked to the store. It was like a little corner store, so everybody's like, ooh, she's waiting because she didn't come to school, because remember, she didn't want to fight me. I was calling her that day. Remember I told you this was the same day. I was so eager, but then I settled for after school. But then after school she was like, I'm not fighting you, I'm not coming, period. So then Elle got to text her, and she was texting Elle like she was gonna come fight Elle. So I'm like, okay, she clearly don't want to fight me, bro. Just let Elle fight her and beat her up for you. So after school we all walk in, and y'all, like, this actually killed me. And when we get to like this little store area, it's like a grass across the street. So Elle's like, so what's up? So what's up? And I'm like, Elle, all I talk, because we're not about to do this. So what's up? The proper way. So Elle and her start fighting. Horrible. 0 out of 10. I'm talking, they just slaying each other on the floor. Elle is beating her ass. Like, I can't lie. D got beat up, but this wouldn't have been a beat up that I would have gave her. I feel like Elle had this level of anger for her, but like, it wouldn't have been executed the way I had a level of anger for her.
All right, my turn.
I don't know why the next clip goes silent, like it's not playing, but I basically was like, all right, my turn, like me and you now. And she was like, no, bro, y'all said if I fought Elle, you wouldn't fight me, no, bro. So then I didn't fight her. I was like, all right, fine, fuck.
It was just so morally wrong. Like, if you really think about it, like, it was so morally wrong. Like, she just got beat up by L, and then imagine she don't want to fight me, and then I'm over here like, she don't want to fight me. It's very clear she don't want to fight me, because she's just talking shit, but she don't want to fight me. And I'm not a person who's gonna fight somebody who, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like in that moment, something in me told me, like, don't do it, because it's not right. And I feel like even if I would have got up on here right now and told y'all like, oh yeah, I fought her, it would never have been fair because she fought her first. Like, it's one thing if she would have fought me first. She was like, oh yeah, I held my own. And I was like, and I still want to fight. I really wanted to fight her so bad, and she would not fight me. She was like, girl, I already fought your friend. I'm not fighting you. I was like, what do my friend have to do with me, girl? And she was like, well, you better she said something slick, like, you better channel your energy from when we fought through you. I was like, are you dumb? Even when I left the city, like, when I tell y'all, when I left the city, who was my friend pretended that they, not even pretended, like literally switched. Like, the day before I left, I remember boxes. I had nothing in my house. All I had was a bed frame. The day before I left, why did my main best friend, like the main girl, I ended up started liking that girl more than I liked L. Why she tried to fight me before I left? And I don't even remember why we was arguing, but we was arguing for no reason. When I left, L and D became best friends to this day. Like, and not to this day because I think they fell out again, because I mean, the friendship was flawed, but like literally up until high school, like when we was in high school a year or two ago, they was posting each other like bestie, best friend, best, yes. I was like, ain't no way. Let's call Keys and tell him how his YouTube video inspired this video. He'd be like, I'm up now if you want to talk on the phone, because remember he's 3 hours, but oh, I be talking mad shit. You answer it. Oops. Say hi to YouTube. Come on the fucking camera before I fuck you up.
Well, you're on the other side of the equator.
You're right, sister. I'm sorry. I love you. Good morning.
I'll watch it when it drops.
All right, he'll watch when it drop. Period. Yeah, get the scoop when it drop.
Period. Okay, then don't call me when you want me to get the scoop then. The fuck?
All right, y'all. I love y'all. Bye.